Congratulations, you have successfully become a manager. Or now it's time for you to recruit new team members. Why? Because as a manager, one of the most crucial things you gotta do all the time is about building the right teams toward inside of your team. Bring the right people to your team. So how do you do that, right? So you have to do an interview, right? You probably attract the best talent, but now you need to interview to filter the right talent to join your team. How to do this one? Congratulations, not a problem, because in this video I'm going to give you a total of 5 questions. Is a must-ask question for a new manager when you are hiring new people to join you. These are the 5 questions can give you really great insight to see how is the candidate is about. You want that, right? Because you want to use this one to bring great people to your team to become successful, right? So what are you waiting for? Let's get started.
After working like last 15 years in IT field, this is what I realized. What is IT? Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
So let's give a big hand to these student leaders to bring the training to you. Why don't you give them a big hand to them? Number 1 is a core value alignment. So ask questions like this. May I know your core value? A lot of people actually doesn't understand what is the core value about. So you can actually make it easier if they don't get what is core value. You can ask about what excites you most in your life. And then they answer it, right? You can ask what is the second most thing exciting you most in your life. And those are related to core value. And many people will say a lot of things, and you can ask, why does it excite you most? And then they will tell you. So this is the way you can talk about, understand their core value, and then you're going to tell this one. You're going to tell your company's core value. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 5, whatever amount of core value you have in your company. Or you're going to mention, like an example, for my VSHR Group, we have 6 core value. Number 1 is about teamwork. Together we help people, so teamwork. Number 2, we turn an idea to an action. Number 3, we talk about, we learn new skill every day. Number 4 is determination for result. Number 5 comes with becoming better every day. And number 6 is sustainable development, which is about process. So like that we talk about, you just mention your all the 6 core value or 4 or 5 amount of score value you have. You mention it to the candidate and you say, how do you feel when you listen to this core value? Where do you see yourself? How do you relate yourself to each of the core value? So that is one of the great way to assess a part of the candidate, that how they are well aligned to your core value. So this is, if you do hire people based on your core value, and the people who does not comply to your core value, you fire them forward, and that creates a great culture for a company based on around your core value. And that's something, it's a brilliant aspect to do, and I always promote and focus to doing that one in VSHR Group as well. So that's the way you first think about, you focus about core value alignment with a candidate with your company core value. Number 2, always hire the A players. So what is A players? So when you talk about A players, is about you focus about self-management, and second thing is about how responsible they are. So you can ask them about, tell me something, an example where you was very responsible in your particular job in your previous company. They will say something that is great, and then you can do the same thing. Give me an example where you was been really responsible in the previous company. So they will be telling you stories, and from the story, quality of details will always give you really good things. So when you're listening to the story, always pay attention to the level of details they're providing to you. Don't rush it out. Let them speak. You focus on listening. A lot of hiring managers make this mistake is about, because they're not well trained. You are not there to speak. You are there to listen. If you have been focusing about too much speaking, you are not letting the candidate speaking, and you are actually going to the whole different places which you don't want to be, right? Your mission is to assess the candidate, not to show that you are good. You're already good, so that's why you're hiring manager. So you don't have to prove anything else. You let the candidate speak. You ask the right questions. So you can ask about, so these are the 2 things going to help you to understand about the A player. As player, I always have 2 key things about self-managing and self-responsible. They're really responsible. They do the things with high responsibility, and they'll know how to manage their time and their resources and get things done. So that's why they're a player. This is the Success Booster card time. So question of the day. What is your key takeaway of this video so far? Go ahead and comment below the answer. We'll love to see what is the key takeaway. Science said that when you take up a key takeaway and note it down somewhere, you had a 35% chance to be actually doing it in your life to make it value out of it, which is amazing, right? But hang on, 35% is not enough. You need more, and this is the way I'm going to tell you how you can really make it happen. When you make a set of action, a plan that goes to from 35 to 91%, you can really make it happen in your life. So here we go. So from the key takeaway, what is the key action plan you're going to take, which is you learn from the video to your life, make a plan and comment it in publicly and commit into it. And that's what's going to make sure that you got 91% read that is going to really happen to you. You will be able to make it happen and become successfully achieve your goal. And here's the last possible hack. When you announce something, a plan publicly, your 91% goes to 94% to really make it happen in the real life. So go ahead and comment below your plan in the video sections. We would love to see your plan, and we are 100% reply every comments in our channel. So we're going to see your plan, we're going to comment it, we're going to give you a feedback, and we're going to consult you to help you to make your plan to a reality. And that can go to up to 100% reality happens to your life. And that's how you get your action, key takeaway to action plan to success to your life. And you know what? We're all sitting down here to help you and celebrate your success with you. So what are you waiting for? Let's go back to the video, finish it, and we're looking forward to see your action plan. And let's make it happen to your life, because you can do that, right? All the best. Don't forget to make your plan, okay? Don't forget to make your plan. See you soon. Number 3, commitment. So you gotta assess the level of commitment. So, because when you're hiring someone to join your team, so one of the key things you need to move forward is about check that how well they can do the thing, how much you can really depend on them. You hire them, you let them to do something, and they're falling apart. They're not delivering it on time. So that is not a great dependability, right? You just keep haggling around what needs to be done, what's going on. So that is not really helping you, right? So the key aspect on this one is about you gotta be always looking for the candidates who can commit what they need to be done. They may be an outstanding CVs, but how much committed they are. How much committed they're to your product, how much they're committed to your company, how much committed they're to your team. So you can ask some question like an example. Give an example where you was really committed for your particular company. Or tell me an example where you've been really committed to your particular, something even outside the work could be a good example too. And really listen to that. And the level of details can really help you out how committed they are. Because you need people who can commit with you. The people who doesn't commit with you, they're just playing around. They're going to keep the ball. Your team will turn into like a Barcelona football match. Everybody just keep passing the ball. Nobody taking the shots. You don't need a team like this. You need a team keep going and keep scoring and support each other. Yeah, you should sometimes pass the ball to let other people score. That's another thing. But you're back passing and putting inside because you don't want to go forward. Just want to play around. And that is one of the horrible way to destroy the team culture. And you don't want to have a team like that. Particularly if you have one people like that, it will go viral. A lot of other people see they're doing it. They will start to mimic it. And then everybody will do it. So very careful about this. Number 4, try to figure out that how well idea they have. Because if you know the research that IBM was been done with 1,600 CEOs, and in that research work, what they have find out, 50% CEOs say that they need the skill to make sure the future proof of the company is the creativity. So you need the people who are more creative, and creative people can come up with a lot of ideas. So you can ask them, give me an example, the idea you have contributed in the last company who made a remarkable aspect, progress in your company or previous company. And then you can do the flip around. Tell me an aspect, a great idea you built it on in your life in the last 1 year of time, which actually made a big impact for your own life. So your company, yourself, and now you can bring it to you. Okay, you have a look at our product, our company. What are the great idea comes to your mind right now, which you would like to share, which could be great value for our product, and you love to work on that idea when you're on board. Don't mention the last clause. and you will love to onboard to work on that idea to make it happen. And then you will listen with these 3 aspects. Every time they're answering, listen, listen, listen. Listening is the game. You just sit back and listen, because the level of details is going to help you understand how well convincing they are and how really they are doing it before and going to do the next. So they have it, because a person who really did something before, they have the clearly understanding of how to do it before, so they're going to do it in the same way too. And that's the key reason that company always look for experienced people, not for you. And that's a whole difference. Like, people who did it once, they know how to do it, and they will do it probably a little more better as long as they are well motivated and well committed. The people who don't know how to do it, never did it before, they will always fumble, and they will always resist. They will always bring a lot of chaos in the team. And you need a team player, team with a full of team player who create less chaos and actually solve chaos rather than creating chaos, right? So here you go. So these are the top 5 questions I would like to suggest with you. You must ask, and I already explained to you why do you really need to ask as well too. So if you're a hiring manager, or if you become a new manager now into hiring, facing any particular problem, go ahead and comment below. I would love to give you an advice. If you are looking forward to hiring particular people and you're facing how to reach to them or how to ask them, if you have a list of questions, go ahead and comment below. I'd love to have a look in your questions and give you advice to get you have a great team on board with you. So here you go. Today you got my total 5 tips with 5 key questions aspect you must ask to every interview. Make sure that you bring the right people into it. Use it and keep building a team to crush your success forward. All the best.